So today I am going to tell about the gross anatomy of the testis. So this is testis. See, this is testis. This is a testis, and this is another testis. See. Now, so see, this is a stick, and this stick is kept in the midline so that the median place passes through the stick. So this is the median plane which passes through the stick. Now let us come to the testis. The testis. So the testes are a pair of male reproductive glands, and it is suspended into the scrotum by corresponding spermatic cord, and it lies obliquely so that the upper end directed forwards and laterally. Now shape of the testis. See, the shape of the testis is oval shape. This is oval shape. So this is oval shape. Now measurement. Length is 5 centimeter, breadth is 2.5 centimeter, and weight is 10.5 to 14 grams. Then let us come to the anatomical position of the testis. So before going to the anatomical position, we have to know the presenting parts of the testis. So it has two ends. This is the upper end, and this is the lower end. Two border. This is the anterior border, and this is the posterior border. See, this is the posterior border. And two surface. This is the lateral surface. This is the medial surface. This is medial surface. So then first we have to identify the epididymis. This is the epididymis. See, this is the epididymis. This is epididymis, and it has three parts. This is the body of the epididymis, not body. This is the head of the epididymis, and this is the body of the epididymis, and this is the tail of the epididymis. Then we have to find out the upper end. So this is the upper end. I have already told this is the upper end. Why it is upper end? The upper end is overlapped by head of the epididymis. So this is the head of the epididymis, and this head of the epididymis, it overlaps the upper end like that. So this is the upper end, and the opposite end is the lower end. See, this is the lower end, which is overlapped by the tail of the epididymis. That part is the tail of the epididymis. Then we have to find out the borders. First we have to find out the posterior border. See, this is the posterior border. See, this is posterior border. This is the posterior border. Why it is posterior border? Posterior border, it is a flat and broad. The posterior border is flat and broad. The posterior lateral part of this border is occupied by the body of the epididymis. So this is the posterior border. See, this is the posterior border. Then this is the lateral side. This is lateral side. This is the medial side. So posterolateral part of this border, this is the posterior part, and this is the lateral part. So posterolateral part of this border is occupied by body of the epididymis. See, and posteromedial. See, this is the posterior part, and this is the medial side. Posterior medial part of this posterior border is occupied by vas deferens. This is the vas deferens. So posterior border, it lies posteriorly. This is the posterior side, this is the anterior side. This is anterior side, this is the posterior side. So posterior border, it lies posteriorly. Then the lateral surface. So this is the lateral surface. This is convex and smooth and overlapped posteriorly by the epididymis. See, this is the lateral surface. It is convex and smooth. Why it is lateral surface? Posterior part of the lateral surface. See, this is the anterior part of the lateral surface. This is the posterior part of the lateral surface. Then posterior part of the lateral surface is overlapped by the epididymis. See, this is the epididymis. Then the medial surface is the opposite surface is the medial surface. See. So I have already told that testis lies obliquely so that the upper end directed forwards and laterally. So this is the upper end. In anatomical position, this upper end lies, it is the upper end directed forward. This is the front side and this is the lateral side, like that. Then let us come to the determination of the side of the testis. So this is the right sided testis. Why it is right sided testis? It is the upper end which is overlapped by the head of the epididymis. This is the head of the epididymis. Then posterior border. This is the posterior border because posterior lateral part of this posterior border is overlapped by the body of the epididymis. See, this is the body of the epididymis. Then this is the lateral surface. Why it is lateral surface? Because this is the posterior part of the lateral surface. This is the anterior part of the lateral surface. Posterior part of the lateral surface is overlapped by the epididymis. See, this is the epididymis. So this is the right sided testis. Then let us come to the another testis. So this is the left sided testis because this is the upper end of the testis which is overlapped by the head of the epididymis. This is the head of the epididymis. Then this is the posterior border. See, that part is the posterior border, and posterior lateral part of this border is overlapped by the body of the epididymis. This is the body of the epididymis. Then this is the lateral surface. See, this surface is the lateral surface. This is the lateral side. This is the medial side towards the median plane. So this is the lateral surface. Why it is lateral surface? This is the anterior part of the lateral surface. This is the posterior part of the lateral surface. The posterior part of the lateral surface is overlapped by the epididymis. See, this is the epididymis. So this is the left-sided testis. Then let us come to discuss about the presenting parts. So it has two ends. This is the upper end. So let us take the right testis. So the testis, it has two ends. This is the upper end. This, it is overlapped by the head of the epididymis. This is the head of the epididymis. The upper end of the testis is connected with the head of the epididymis by efferent ductules. The upper end gives attachment to fibrofatty tissue, fibrofatty body. This is known as appendix of testis. So sometimes there may be present fibrofatty body here. This is called appendix of testis. Then let us come to the lower end. This is the lower end of the testis. The lower end of the testis is connected to the tail of the epididymis by areolar tissue and tunica vaginalis. Then let us come to the borders. So it has two border. This is the anterior border. See, this is the anterior border. This is the front side. This is anterior border. This border is smooth and convex. Then this is the posterior border. This is the posterior side. This is posterior border. It is broad and flat. The posterior lateral part of this border occupied by body of the epididymis, and posterior medial part of this border is occupied by vas deferens. So posterior lateral part of the posterior border is occupied by body of the epididymis. See. And posterior medial, this is the posterior part and this is the medial part, is occupied by the vas deferens. See, this is the vas deferens. Then let us come to the surfaces. There are two surfaces. This is the medial side. This is the medial side. So this is medial surface. It is convex and smooth, lies medially. Then lateral surface. This is the lateral surface. This is the lateral side. This is the lateral side. So lateral surface is convex and smooth, and posterior part of the lateral surface, it is overlapped by epididymis. Then let us come to the epididymis. So this is the epididymis, that part, epididymis. Now this epididymis, it is a comma-shaped body and situated along the lateral part of the posterior border of testis. I have already told. Now presenting parts of the epididymis. It has got head, that part is the body, and this is the tail. Then let us come to the head of the epididymis. It is formed by the coiling of efferent ductules. Sometimes the head gives attachment to fibrofatty body called appendix of epididymis. So sometimes there may be fibrofatty body in the head of the epididymis. It is called appendix of epididymis. Then body, that part is the body. Body, it is formed by the coiling of a single duct which consists of a canal. Then tail, this is the tail. The tail of the epididymis, I have already told, it overlaps the lower end of the testis. So it is also formed by a coiling of a single duct which consists of a canal. Then from the tail, vas deferens begins as a continuation of epididymis. So this is the tail. Then another important structure will continue from the tail, that part. This is called vas deferens. So from the tail, vas deferens begins as a continuation of epididymis. Now let us come to the covering of testis. The testis, each testis has three intrinsic covering or capsule from outside inward. Number 1, visceral layer of tunica vaginalis, middle layer tunica albuginea, and innermost layer is tunica vasculosa. Visceral, let us first come to the outermost layer, visceral layer of tunica vaginalis. It covers the testis and epidermis except the posterior border. Then tunica albuginea, it is a thick fibrous membrane which invests the entire testis and projects into the interior of the organ from the posterior border as a incomplete vertical partition known as mediastinum testis. Then innermost layer is the tunica vasculosa. It is the innermost layer and it is an areolar and vascular membrane which lines the individual lobule of testis. Then let us come to the arterial supply of the testis. It is mainly supplied by testicular artery which is the branch of abdominal aorta. Then it is partly supplied by artery to the vas deferens which is a branch of superior or inferior vesical artery. Sometimes it is supplied by cremasteric artery which is a branch of inferior epigastric artery. Thank you.